Oh, the revenge of life. My mom and sister, I would have lost that bet. Apparently they had better things to do than wreak revenge on me, but I stayed up until about a little after 2 in the morning last night celebrating Christmas in fine Norwegian style, which is on Christmas Eve. And I'm not Norwegian in any way, but I did celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve and opened my presents and everything. And at 7 o'clock this morning, a friend of mine called to wish me Merry Christmas. And I am up now and have not gone back to sleep, just like they were, and I understand now how they felt. Look, you can see through the telephone wires. The moon is setting. There's a slightly better shot. Ah, so the moon gets bigger as it goes down. Maybe I'll get a big moon shot in the morning. Yes, the moon's about to set over the mountains. I thought perhaps it might be appropriate to answer a question that some of you might have by now. Am I, in fact, obsessed with the moon? No. I am, however, quite focused on trying to get a picture of it just as it rises when it's full behind the Roanoke star. It's huge, and I think that's so beautiful. It looks like one of those fantasy drawings or paintings where the planets are huge in the night sky, but it's real. And I just would love to get that shot. Having had my big Christmas dinner last night, I'm pretty much eating leftovers today, except for the Christmas avocado. Hey, it's green. And if any of you saw my videos from way back last Christmas, I had the huge Christmas yam. Well, this year I have the tiniest little yams. I think they may be red garnet yams, though, so they're Christmassy too, right? Red and green avocado and yams? No. Now I'm going to smother the yams in maple syrup and wolf them down, probably. Speaking of Christmas dinner, I had this dinner planned, this nostalgic dinner planned. When I lived with my grandparents in Iowa, they took me to church with them Sunday and all day Sunday and Sunday night and Wednesday night. So I realize now that this was my father's personal time. He didn't come with us. He took me to church on Saturday, on Sabbath, but I went to church with my grandparents, and it seems every Sunday after church they would take me to this restaurant, and I would get chicken and dumplings every single time, or turkey and dumplings if they had that. I loved the chicken and dumplings. And I think it was just the dumplings, really, and the gravy, but that and mashed potatoes. But I found a recipe for unchicken and dumplings, a vegan chicken and dumplings, and I was going to have that. And then when my father had me, when Grandpa and Grandma weren't watching me, he would take me out with him. Usually he'd stick me in the corner where I was quiet and good, and he would go off and talk with his friends. But we would several times or often go to this restaurant, and I remember it being on like a side street, off the beaten track. It was a small restaurant, dimly lit, a little hole in the wall, I guess, but it had the best beer and cheese spaghetti. And I found a recipe that I could make vegan, non-alcoholic beer and cheese sauce, and I was going to have that. But then I realized, I thought, I'm not supposed to have flour, and why make myself sick on Christmas? So that fell through, and I was thinking, well, now what am I going to have? It's not going to be special. I don't know what to have. And so I brought it to God. And, I had too much buckwheat sprouted for the wax paper that was left. And so I had all this left, and I didn't know what to do with it. And I thought, well, I have enough to make the Essene bread, which never turned out right. But it did this time. It was usually gooey. The batter was way too gooey. But this actually turned out right for the first time. So that has been wonderful. And then as I went shopping, I kept running into stuff, or Save Now coupons. I got 2 of those on things I needed when I was shopping for Christmas dinner and other stuff on Christmas Eve. And the things I hadn't even thought of buying, like the cranberries, I saw that. I thought, oh, I need something red. I have green and white. I need something red for the tray. And that lemon ginger dressing. I mean, all these things. I made the cheese sauce anyway, as you might have noticed. And it just turned out, for not having made these recipes, it turned out so much better than I could have ever hoped for. I got to see the moonrise and set. I got to jump on a trampoline and get slobbered on by a big friendly dog on Christmas Eve. It's just been a really fun Christmas, a really great time, and I hope your Christmas has been as filled with fun and unexpected treats as mine has been. And I hope you have a wonderful and a happy holiday season.